folks, Rob here. I'm going to talk to you about the Honda Element SC suspension differences and some upgrade tips for you. And most of your suspension differences are up in your front end here. Starting at the drivetrain though, your engine mounts are the same on the front here. And your tie rods are going to be the same, and your sway bar on the front are going to be the same. Your bushings are going to be the same, your links are going to be the same. Where it starts the difference at is your CV axle, and they're about a quarter-inch longer than your regular ones. You can use the regular elements on here. It's going to wear in a different spot, and if in a pinch that's all you have, because most of the places don't have things for the SCs. You're going to have to wear them off at places like Rock Auto or Parts Geek. They're a good place and good prices for buying anything SC specific. Unless you want to go to your OEMs out there, you can't go wrong with OEMs. But they're aftermarket parts here. They're really going to come into play when it comes to your struts and your strut assemblies. Basically, nobody makes anything aftermarket for a strut assembly for the SC. Only thing you're going to find is old new stock Honda, and you're only going to find it in a strut. And they're going to be about 400, 450 for the front, about 200, 250 for the back, just the struts. So if you want to get into that price range, you might go into coilovers. And make sure when you do the coilovers, so you make sure you get them for the right height. Like mine right here in the front are at the maximum height that they can go up to here. And the back end, I had to put 2.5-inch spacers on to get it back up to where it's level. Because up here where I live at, it goes on some crazy driveways, and I needed clearance. And I wanted the coilovers for adjustments there. So if you go coilovers, make sure you get the right height that you want to if you want to get back to factory height on it and keep it in the same clearance. Another part next is your bearings on the front. Since it's a different knuckle off of basically your 2006 Accord or your TSX or TX, they took that knuckle in 2007 and made this into a street car. So your bearing on the front here is a different size. It's a little bit bigger bearing, a little bit bigger ball joint down there too. So your control arm and your ball joints and your bearing and everything for the knuckle all going to be different there. Your bushings and everything there, it'll be different also on that. So, when you're going to go links on here, you can go Honda links easily on the front because you can find them. On the back, you got your SC specific links in the back, because your sway bar in the back is a solid bar. It's not a hollow one like the regular Elements, and it's at the 19 millimeter, not 17 millimeter. So it's a little bit bigger and thicker to keep that back end steady for the street ride on here, like the Accord, like a street car would be on it. So when you on the rest of it here, your bearing is going to be the same, your hub's going to be the same there, and your upper control arm is going to be different. Now you can get the factory one, the solid one, like it's got right here, but it has no adjustment to it. And the street cars have like a negative camber to them. Most of the Elements have a negative camber to them, where it really chews your tires up there. And if you're lowering it down, you got a street car, you don't really need that camber as much to keep it stable because you're not up in the air. So if you want to get an upper control arm, get the adjustable ones. Everybody say if you're going to buy the bushing, if the bushing comes in the control arm, it's about the same price. And if you got that adjustment there, you can do anything you need to do. And one thing too on the links, you get Honda links there, because when it comes to links, you can't really go wrong with them when it comes to Honda. These are pretty good shape. You know, the factory originals, they're not wobbling too much. They probably make a little bit of noise, but I just went ahead and replace them anyways. Because even though you got something like these here, they're greasable. You can see the boots just pop off of them real easy. They don't stay on there, and 3 to 5 years they're gone. You know, these are almost 20 years old, and they're still going strong here. And one thing too, when it comes to your rear brakes, the disc brakes, there are no SC specific slotted disc brakes like I got here, and slotted and vented. And when it gets on the inside here, you're gonna have a problem with this inside lip right here rubbing on your splash guard, and it's going to make a little rubbing mark on there. You can put them on there and spin them a little bit, and you'll be able to see where the little scratch marks is on it. And then you can go in there and grind off. It's a little rib on the bottom of it and a little top. If you're going to get some of the slotted and bitted brakes there, you have a little small problem on the backs. And the backs on the front, they didn't have a problem with there. And all the bushings and everything you can find there, all the parts there. The one thing I did do is on the lower control arm, you can see on the upper control arm in the rear, I got them for a CRV. These, because I couldn't find anything that was available in red for a Honda Element. The only difference is the bolt in the back was a 14 millimeter, and what came with it for the CRV is a 12 millimeter. So had to do a little drilling to get it out, but they are the same length there. So in the upper length, I didn't have to do anything at all. They matched right up there. It's just the SC bolt is a little bit different than what came with on the CRV. That's all that I have for you. If you hope it helps you out, if any problems or anything there, just going back to YouTube. That's where I found all my information about everything I did. If you're looking for parts or anything, just go to those sites there. Hope it helps you out.